गिरते हैं शहसवार ही मैदाने जंग में, गिरते हैं शहसवार ही मैदाने जंग में, वो तिल्फ ही क्या गिरेंगे जो घुटनों के बल चले, वो तिल्फ ही क्या गिरेंगे जो घुटनों के बल चले। हेलो दोस्तों, मैं हूं आशीष तारंग और आप सबका स्वागत है द ग्रोइंग प्रोफेशनल शो में। आप भी सोच रहे होंगे कि आशीष सर को आज क्या हुआ, बड़ी शायरी कर रहे हैं। शायरी मैं इसलिए कर रहा हूं क्योंकि आज जो हमारे साथ जो गेस्ट हैं अनिकेत दास, उनकी जर्नी रिजेक्शन से सिलेक्शन के बीच ही रही है। उन्होंने 15 आईटी कंपनीज में रिजेक्शन के बाद भी गिव अप नहीं किया, बहुत सारी मेहनत करी और बहुत सारी स्ट्रेटजीज अपनाई, जिनकी वजह से जिन कंपनियों ने उनको कैंपस प्लेसमेंट में रिजेक्ट किया था, उन्हीं सभी कंपनियों ने ऑफ कैंपस में उन्हें सेलेक्ट कर लिया। सेम कंपनियां जो ऑन कैंपस इजी होता है एज कम्पेयर टू ऑफ कैंपस, जो रिजेक्ट कर रही थी, उन सभी ने सेलेक्ट किया। तो चलिए वेलकम करते हैं अनिकेत का और समझते हैं उन्हीं से कि ऐसा क्या उन्होंने किया कि उनको 8 ऑफर्स मिले ऑफ कैंपस में। तो लेट्स वेलकम अनिकेत ऑन द ग्रोइंग प्रोफेशनल शो। बट उससे पहले अगर आप इस चैनल पे नए हो, फर्स्ट टाइम आए हो, तो इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए। इस चैनल पर हमेशा हम जॉब सर्च से रिलेटेड, इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन से रिलेटेड बहुत सारी वीडियोस शेयर करते रहते हैं, बहुत सारे टिप्स देते हैं और बहुत सारे गेस्ट्स को इनवाइट करते हैं जो आपके क्वेश्चंस के आंसर करते हैं। सो अभी के अभी सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और बेल आइकन को दबाइए और हम शुरू करते हैं इस वीडियो को। चलिए मिलकर स्वागत करते हैं अनिकेत दास का। हेलो अनिकेत, वेलकम ऑन द ग्रोइंग प्रोफेशनल शो। योर जर्नी इज वेरी इंस्पायरिंग। आपने बहुत सारा स्ट्रगल किया है एंड नाउ यू आर सक्सेसफुल। आपके पास 6 से 7 ऑफर लेटर्स हैं अभी आज की डेट में एंड यू चूज वन कंपनी। बट योर जर्नी वाज नॉट इजी, जैसा कि मैंने इंट्रोडक्शन में भी बोला। आपने काफी स्ट्रगल किया, काफी सारी मेहनत करी और आज आप इस मुकाम पे पहुंचे हैं। तो हमें बहुत खुशी हो रही है आपको इस शो में इन्वाइट करके। और हम चाहेंगे कि आप अपनी जर्नी शेयर करें, ताकि जो लोग इस वीडियो को देख रहे हैं, जो लोग जॉब सर्च में स्ट्रगल फेस कर रहे हैं, दे वांट टू मेक देयर करियर, सो उनको आपसे इंस्पिरेशन मिले और नेवर गिव अप वाली अप्रोच वो लोग भी डेवलप करें। वेलकम ऑन द शो निकेत।
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me to your YouTube channel. So I would like to start from the beginning, where from my childhood. Okay, so during my childhood, actually, there was no concept I wanted to become an engineer or a software engineer. So during my childhood, I always wanted to become a pilot, because you know that there are many engineers or doctors in our society, but very few amount of pilots are there, and it's a respectful job. But uh, you know that becoming a pilot is not that easy, and it's require also a huge amount of money. So from a middle class family, it's not possible. So after the class, after the HS, or after the 10th, I realized that whatever we are doing in our day-to-day life is just the gift of some engineers. So from my childhood, actually, I always try to solve the problems in our day-to-day life, and I like to solve the problems. And so engineering is the best way to achieve these dreams. So after the 12th, I choose engineering. Even that time, I did not decide that whether in which branch, either it's a computer science or a mechanical electrical, because I graduated. I passed my 10th and 12th from state board. So there was no computer science subjects or computers. So I was not aware of these technologies that time. So that time, my parents told me that to engineering, computer science, its opportunity is better. So when I came to know that and joined the computer science branch in engineering and familiar with the computer science subjects, then I there was just an interesting grown in my mind about computers, because we are connected to today, whatever we are doing, we are connected towards the world,
Right.
and that's because of the computer science engineers. You are doing transactions, your banking, everything is just because of the computer science engineers. You can just book a restaurant or book a hotel, okay, just by a click. That is because of any computer science engineer.
Right. So
in
this
software
fascinated you.
development,
So this fascinated you, and you wanted to be in computer science engineer, right?
computer science engineer.
So what happened
So
next? So you took admission in which college?
I admit Narela Institute of Technology, Kolkata.
Okay, okay, great. So
It's
then,
yeah.
like in initial years, everybody is very excited. Like I will be an engineer and I will have a good job. And when you came in final year, so how was the things? Like you got your dream job, the jobs you wanted to do, you wanted to innovate. So in final year, you got job, or what happened next?
Yeah, in the initial days in the first year, second year, so there was an excitement to every students, every engineers that okay, I am now going to be an engineer. So that excitement was also in my mind, and I always wanted to join in any big MNC, any multinational companies, in IT companies. So from the first year, I started exploring the different technologies, doing workshops, attending the workshops, because it's very important to know the subject, because I was not familiar with the computer science during my school days. So I need to explore the field, that what is this? What are the technologies, what we are doing by this, because engineering is a subject that you need to relate the topics to your day-to-day life, your real life world, so that you can connect what you have studied, what you if you are studying any subject, what is the application of that subject in your real world. So that time I studied many things, I explored this field, and after second year, third year, I started learning the web development, then back-end development, so then front-end development. And from the third year, I started preparation for the IT companies. So, the only doing the coding, only doing the computer science subjects is not enough to get placed in IT companies, because if you are going to work to any IT company, then you are going to solve the business problems of their clients. So you are not going to work with TCS, Capgemini, or Wipro. They are just a medium. You are going to work for their clients, like Government of India, the applications of Government of India, the websites of Government of India, then state bank, only the bankings, then the airports, whatever the applications you are using nowadays are made by these companies, the engineers of these companies. So you need to solve the business problems. You need to understand the their requirements, their demands, and solve those problems. So only doing the computer science subjects is not enough. You should have very good amount of analytical skills, logical thinking, and definitely the communication. So you need to care about this when you are preparing for IT companies.
Great. So what happened in final year? Like you applied, many companies came in your campus and you applied for campus placement. So were you selected?
Yes, no. During the initial on-campus journey, there was many companies I have applied, like Persistent Systems, Capgemini, Naggaro, then TCS, Wipro, Cognizant, Accenture, and many more. And every time I got rejection from them. So in the 1 year of placement journey, I got rejected 12 plus companies. So more than 12 companies I got rejected. And even the during the on-campus who selected me, like Capgemini, Wipro, they also rejected me during the on-campus.
So your dream would have been shattered. Like you would have thought, like whether if I have taken right decision in going computer science, or otherwise I would have taken other branch, or like your how was your situation that time? Like how you responded to it then?
Yeah, no, I did not think about that. I choose the wrong subject or anything like this. Computer science is a very good subject, and I have also the interest in this subject. So the problem I was facing at that time, that uh, in the campus placements, when I was solving the problems, I understood that I was able to solve the problems, but the main issue was with the time management. So I missed many questions to attend, and many programming also that I could solve, but was not able to solve due to the time management issue. So I really worked hard on this problem, because you know It's not only the accuracy, it's not that you know the things, it's the time management. There is a huge amount of pressure. Um, just that the solving quantitative aptitude, the mathematical problems which we were solved in 15 minutes, in 20 minutes during our college days, you need to solve during campus placement within 60 seconds, within 1 minute. You have to solve those problems. So huge time pressure was there, and I was not able to handle this time management. So I worked on those time management skills. Daily practice within the time bound would help you to manage the time.
Great. And one more thing, like about the mental pressure, like your peers, your batchmates were getting selected and you were not. So it was maybe disheartening as well. So how you manage that situation? Because it's important to handle a tough time. So how did you do that?
Yeah, it was a very bad situation because everyone. It's a very feeling that when you come across this situation, you can feel that how it actually feels. The others are getting placed, so there is a huge pressure from to you that you have also to get placed in any company. So what I did that time, that if you want to get something, then you have to sacrifice the other things.
Right.
कुछ पाने के लिए तो कुछ खोना भी
Right.
पड़ता है. So yeah, so what I did, I stopped using many social media sites like Facebook, LinkedIn, everything at that time. And what I realized that it's hard to ignore if you see a notification came from Facebook or LinkedIn. So it's not that you think that from today I'm stop using the Facebook. It's not happening. So what I did, I totally uninstalled those applications from my mobile phone so that they don't disturb, they don't distract my attention from my studies. So that way I handled the situations. And also you need to sacrifice a lot at that time because uh, during the pandemic there you are always at home, so you have a lot of time and you have to utilize those times. It's not that you have time and you go around and gossip with your friends, your family members. So you need to sacrifice. This is just about 6 months or 8 months, and then after you will get place, you can again do those things, right? So you have to sacrifice those things. And that time I separated myself from the crowd or from the world totally to make attention to
In
our
that
preparation.
duration of 6 to 8 months, you put your best, like you disconnected with your social world, you were focused and determined to achieve your goal, what you had decided for you. And you work very hard on
Definitely.
time management part and improving your technical skills. That's really appreciate. And like what happened next? Then you applied to so many off campuses. Then offers started kind of raining. So tell us little about that. Like, like in what company, what all companies you got selected?
Yeah, so I also selected on campus at the last moment. It's the March month. Yeah, the month of March. I got placed at Geologic Technologies, an LTI company, LTI group company, Larsen and Toubro group company.
So can you tell the company name again, little louder?
The Geologic Technologies.
Which?
Geologic
QLogic Technology.
Geologic Technologies.
Okay.
Yeah, Geologic Technologies. It's an LTI group company. So I placed in that company during the on campus and started my internship at that company, and also started applying to other companies during the off campus like Naggaro. And what I it's hard to believe that the companies which rejected me during the on campus, they all selected me during the off campus. And I'm happy to say that during the on campus I did not face any rejection. Whatever the companies I applied, I got
Great.
selected.
Great. So
The
with all companies
Capgemini,
like Capgemini, Naggaro, and
Wipro.
Wipro, all three companies you got selected. Oh, that's great. That's great. Great. So then what? Like which company you selected finally?
And I have joined Capgemini as an software engineer.
Great. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And our audience would be interested to know like how you applied off campus, because many of the job seekers are not sure and not aware about the off campus opportunities. Once they are not selected in campus, they are disheartened. They try to find out the smaller companies which are maybe startups although startups have good potential, but not every startup is a good employee friendly. Like I would say, like there are a lot of pressure, and even people do not want to work in those companies, but still, because they're not having any option, they join those companies, or maybe smaller companies. I'm not against it, but still, like if they can get an opportunity in big organization in their dream company, why not to go for that? So can you suggest what are the off-campus opportunities, and how one can find out those opportunities and apply for them?
For the off-campus, I would suggest that there are many YouTube channels who are daily posting about the off-campus placements opportunities. So you can subscribe and click the bell notification so that you can immediately get the notification of the campus placement. Also, you can subscribe to many websites, social media channels like Prep Insta, then Face Prep. So they have their own WhatsApp group, Telegram group, and you can also follow them in Instagram and LinkedIn. So you can get aware of the notifications whenever the companies open the application for their positions, fresher positions.
Right. So I also know one such Telegram group, Jobs and Internship Wale. I will be sharing the link in description. You can go and join that group. They they post almost daily the off-campus opportunities in Google, Amazon, and all IT big IT companies. They keep on posting whatever positions are open. So as Aniket rightly said, there are lots of Instagram channels. There are a lot of Telegram channels. There are a lot of groups on LinkedIn and Facebook where you can get opportunity, but make sure like you join the right groups, because there are a lot of groups in which if you join, you will definitely start getting messages for this part-time MLM kind of thing, affiliate marketing. So don't get distracted. Join right kind of groups. And on our platform, Growing Professional, soon we are going to start this feature as well. I'm very happy to announce this today. On our website, we will start posting this kind of job opportunities very regularly, and once it's live, I will keep you updated. And for that, you just subscribe to our this YouTube channel, and as well as follow us on LinkedIn and Instagram, and as well as on Facebook. So whenever we are launching new products, you can get that. Now let's come to the interview preparation. It's one part is definitely technical one, and another part is, Aniket, the non-technical one, the personality part, the basic things, basic etiquettes that one should know while appearing for interview. So, like, what do you suggest? Like, what is your experience? Like, people are already ready for it, or they're not focusing on this side of the interview?
Yes. For the interview section, I would suggest that you should have a very good communication skills. It's not that you need to speak like a native speaker, but a decent amount of communication skills are enough, because the companies are ready to train you in their respective technologies as per their business requirements. So if you are less in technical, that's not very big issue, but they always expect that you should communicate in English very well.
Right.
And for technical part, I would suggest there are many websites like Gigs for Gigs and javetpoint.com. You can prepare for from those websites as well. And for computer science students, I would suggest that any C, C++, Java, and Python, any one programming languages, any one or two programming languages, then object-oriented programming concept, data structures, algorithms, computer networking, software engineering. These subjects are important. And for non-CSIT students, for the core branches, I would suggest that C programming languages, decent amount of OOPS concept, database concept, is enough, and the knowledge about your own branch, like if you are from electrical, then knowledge in electrical subjects like this.
Right. So you have given a very good piece of advice to the student. And I wanted to know specifically about the rounds in off-campus versus campus. Like in campus, what are the stages that company do selection, and how it's different with off-campus?
Yeah, so in during the on-campus, if a company comes to your college, then it's the 100% guarantee that you are going to sit for that company. But during the on off campus, there is a additional round, that is the resume shortlisting. So at first, the hiring managers try to find that what are the skills they need and select those resumes. So you have to very care about the resumes whichever you have made. During the on campus, resume doesn't matter a lot. If you are decent amount of resume, it's not very well, then it's also okay. But during the off campus, you should have a good resume, good projects, and good amount of technical skills. So that is the difference. And also people generally say that it's also true that off campus is a huge competition is there, because during on campus maximum 500 or 1000 people are going to sit for a company, but during the off campus, for that particular position, thousand of peoples, it's 50,000, uh, even the 1 lakh, 3 lakh, 5 lakh peoples are going to sit for that company.
Yes.
So the competition is high, but it's not that you cannot get a job in off campus.
Right.
Okay, so you can take my example that during the on campus, though on campus is easier than the off campus, but I got selected in each and every company during the on campus. But during the off campus, I got selected in those all companies. It's also depends on their requirements too, how much employees they need to hire at that particular situation. But I'd say that if you are getting rejected during the on-campus, you don't think that off-campus is tougher than the on-campus. So if I got rejected during the on-campus, then how can I get selected the off-campus?
Right.
ये मेंटेलिटी थोड़ा कुछ स्टूडेंट को, मेरे बहुत फ्रेंड्स को भी आया था कि जो मेरे साथ थे, मतलब during on campus they also got rejected by me, got rejected like me by many companies, but during the on campus he did not apply any off campus placement. So he told me that on campus में ही नहीं हुआ था तो बहुत off campus तो बहुत tough है, यहाँ पर कैसे होगा.
Right.
So
So this
don't.
is very important. This is very important. मेरा भी पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस यही है कि अगर आपका जस्ट इन केस ऑन कैंपस नहीं होता, so many students just let it go कि ठीक है नहीं हुआ, अब कुछ और देखते हैं, and they start
हाँ,
struggling. अगर वो आप स्टार्टिंग के 6 मंथ, आपका कॉलेज खत्म हुआ, स्टार्टिंग के 6 मंथ आप लाइटली ले लोगे, चलो देखते हैं कुछ करते हैं, मास्टर्स कर लेते हैं, एमबीए कर लेते हैं, अगर आप उस डायरेक्शन
yes,
में चले जाओगे ना, एंड कई काफी बार ये होता है कि चलो गवर्नमेंट जॉब की प्रिपरेशन, प्लीज मेरा तो पर्सनली मानना ये है कि गवर्नमेंट जॉब की प्रिपरेशन करना अपने दिल को तसल्ली देने वाली बात है कि आई एम प्रिपेयरिंग, हार्डली एनीथिंग इज गोइंग टू हैपन. गवर्नमेंट सारी चीजें प्राइवेटाइज कर रही है एंड बहुत कम वैकेंसीज आ रही हैं, एंड जिनकी आ रही है तो कंपटीशन लेवल इज टू टफ. प्राइवेट सेक्टर इतना तेजी से बूम कर रहा है, इतनी तेजी से ग्रोथ कर रही है, आप शेयर मार्केट को देख लो, कल 60,000 क्रॉस कर गया. सो व्हाई इट्स हैपनिंग? बिकॉज ऑफ मोस्टली प्राइवेट कंपनीज या बड़े बड़े जो जायंट्स कंपनी है गवर्नमेंट की, उनकी वजह से हो रहा है. और उन जायंट्स कंपनी में आपको ओपनिंग्स मिल ही नहीं रही हैं. सो इट्स अधिकतर जो काम है, लाइक एज अनिकेत ऑल्सो मेंशन्ड इन बिगिनिंग, कि जितने बड़े ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, जितने गवर्नमेंट कंपनीज है, वो सब प्राइवेट कंपनीज को आउटसोर्स करती हैं फॉर देयर प्रोजेक्ट्स. सो प्राइवेट सेक्टर ही बूम करने वाला है. सो अगर आप गवर्नमेंट जॉब की प्रिपरेशन के लिए 100% कॉन्फिडेंट हो कि यस आप कर ही लोगे, और बिल्कुल अपने आप को 2-3 साल के लिए डिवोट करना चाहते हो कि 2-3 साल में को ना लेफ्ट देखना ना राइट देखना, फोकस करके सिर्फ प्रिपरेशन करनी है, देन देयर आर चांसेस. अगर आप 6 महीने बाद गिव अप मारने वाले हो वहां पे भी, या जस्ट अपने दिल को समझाने के लिए गवर्नमेंट जॉब के लिए जाना चाहते हो, तो इट्स नॉट राइट वे. एंड ऑफ कैंपस, एज वी वर डिस्कसिंग, ऑफ कैंपस टफ है लेकिन इम्पॉसिबल नहीं है. सो यू शुड नॉट गिव अप. कॉलेज खत्म होने के जो 6 मंथ्स का टाइम है ना, दैट्स वेरी क्रूशियल. अगर आपका 1 साल हो जाएगा ना, तो ऑफ कैंपस पे भी कंपनीज आपको कंसीडर नहीं करेंगे. यू आर ओल्डर, आप ओल्ड बैच के स्टूडेंट हो, देन आपको 50 बहाने बनाने पड़ेंगे. आई वाज प्रिपेयरिंग, आई वाज डूइंग दिस काइंड ऑफ कोर्स एंड दैट. तो वो आपके लिए बहुत टफ हो जाता है. तो इट्स बेटर कि अगर आपका जस्ट इन केस कैंपस नहीं हुआ, गिव योर बेस्ट. अपनी कमियों को पहचानो, आइडेंटिफाई करो. एज Aniket said, like he was good at technicals, but time management was the issue that he was facing. Important was he identified कि क्या challenge आ रहा था. एक ही problem से, like it is said, like a chain is as strong as its weakest link. So that weakest link was the time management part, जिसपे अनिकेत ने बहुत work किया, बहुत hard work किया, अपने आप को isolate कर लिया पूरी दुनिया से, and he worked hard and got the right opportunities. जैसी opportunities चाहिए थी, जिनके लिए campus में अनिकेत ने काफी मेहनत करके try किया, same companies who rejected selected Aniket. So I think ये अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा एक एग्जांपल है अनिकेत का आप सबके लिए.
So
So
you
Aniket,
need
what
to
message you want to
focus.
give to the youth? अभी जो लोग स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं, मैंने इंटरव्यू को समराइज करने की कोशिश करी, बट व्हाट इज योर मैसेज, व्हाट यू वांट टू शेयर टू द ऑडियंस?
So I want to share that the focus, there is one word, that focus. Focus is the key of your success.
Great.
So it's better to try to focus to one thing rather than trying to different things.
Right.
So it's just like I'm applying to government jobs, I'm applying to product-based companies, I'm applying to IT companies. It's better to be focused to any particular domain. So for example, when I was preparing for the joint entrance examination, I've noticed that many of my friends preparing for engineering joint entrance, medical joint entrance, veterinary, that is the doctors of animals, veterinary, nursing, and each and everything, that whatever the entrance examination are there, they are preparing and attending each and everything.
Everyone.
Even the agriculture engineering. So my parents also told me that do the agriculture, but I cleared them that no, I am preparing for, I want to be an engineer. So why I should attend the veterinary, then medical? I know that I'm not going to attend those fields.
Right.
So try to prepare. You need to be focused when you want to get success. It's not that चारों जगह तीर लगा दिया तो एक ना एक तो लग ही जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं है. You need to be focused,
Great.
like Arjun.
Great. Great. So one more thing I want to ask you, for IT guys, like what should be the right strategies? Like already you shared like kind of subjects they should study, and people talk more about LinkedIn, like connecting and networking. So what is your take on it?
For off-campus,
Off campus.
yes, for off-campus, I would suggest that if you are preparing for IT companies, then study the aptitude, quantitative aptitude, practice it. Time management, I also here I'd like to highlight the time management is very important. So try to solve the problems during a specific time and try to solve those problems within 1 minute. So quantitative aptitude, analytical, the logical reasoning, and English. These three are important for the written test, and also some amount of coding. These are the important things of for the written, and for the interview I have also mentioned those the subjects, and you need to be very good in communication. That's all.
So thank you so much, Aniket, for your valuable time and the deep insights that you have shared very openly and very transparently. Like most of the time, people just talk about their success, not about their struggles. But you have been very open and talk like आपने जितना भी चीजें डिस्कस की, डेफिनेटली अगर एक पर्सन ने भी ये पूरा ध्यान से सुना होगा, तो they will get a direction and they will definitely thank you for your advice and time because by this show my purpose is to like I'm pretty sure like मेरी वीडियोस बहुत ज्यादा लोग नहीं देखते अभी, लेकिन आई एम सो हैप्पी कि अगर 100 लोग भी 200 लोग भी वीडियोस देखते हैं एंड आई गेट वेरी गुड मैसेजेस लाइक वो कंटेंट आपने जिस गेस्ट को इनवाइट किया उन्होंने जो बात बोली दैट रियली हेल्प, जो आपने आइडियाज दिए एडवाइसेस दे आर हेल्पिंग. सो इन बिटवीन आई वाज थिंकिंग टू क्लोज द चैनल बट like many people messaged me and extended their like request कि नहीं नहीं आप बंद मत करो, आपका कंटेंट अच्छा है and you invite so many people, so it's helping us. So my purpose is even I am able to help 10 people, my purpose is fulfilled. So thank you so much Aniket for helping me out to help somebody else. So like I'm really grateful to you and I wish you the best कि आप और भी प्रोग्रेस करो और भी आगे सक्सेस अचीव करो एंड ऐसे ही लोगों को आप और गाइड भी करते रहना और मोटिवेट भी करते रहना. This will be my advice to you. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Ashi.
Thank you so much, Aniket.